Hello, everyone, and welcome to the International Fab Talks. Thank you for being a part of our journey as usual, friends. We are back again with a beautiful mind, a person filled with lots of knowledge and wisdom, and ready to empower you and me as well. It's time to get empowered and to get trained on how to have a beautiful mindset, how to collect our thoughts and put it on pen and paper, how to share our thoughts with others. How to be the best version of yourself is all about our celebrity today, who's joining us all the way from Chennai. Is Mr. Sudhakar Narayanan. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session. Thank you for being a part of our session, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you for being so polite and humble and accepting the invitation to the International Fab Talks. Dear friends, it's always a pleasure and a joy to have people being ready to share their time, their knowledge, and of course, their expertise on the International Fab Talks. I'd like to share sir's profile as to who he is really. You know his name, he is Mr. Sudhakar Narayanan, but who is he actually? It's a mystery. I'll let it out. He's a wonderful human being and he is into many fields. Let me share that: a pharmaceutical trainer, a marketeer, a great author, a wonderful poet, an excellent translator, and a half marathoner. Apart from this, with sir's permission, I go ahead and in detail share his profile. So I share your profile in detail. Thank you very much. Dear friends, I'd like now to go ahead a little deeper and share the profile of our celebrity and guest. As you all know, he is Dr. Sudhakar Narayanan, a pharmaceutical trainer, a marketeer, an author, a poet and translator. And more to that, he loves to be, a pharmaceutical trainer. He has trained and imparted product knowledge to more than 5,000 plus sales professionals in his career spanning over 4 decades. Not 1 or 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. 4 decades is 40 plus years. That's really great. The products that he had launched are currently blockbusters in the market. Today, we'll get to know more about them. And this would really impact all those sales representatives, or you could say the people connected with the medical stream and all of that, where how marketing takes place and how you should really carry out yourself and work on the basics. As an author, Sudhakar Narayanan sir has ventured into multiple genres. Till now, he has authored almost 4 books, 1 fiction and 3 non-fiction. And if you ask me what I love the non-fiction ones. Now, many of you don't know what is fiction, non-fiction. We will ask sir what is it all about. Then you will understand that. Till then, we'll keep it a secret. One of the most important books and work of sir, our celebrity, that is Sudhakar sir's, is Hanuman Chalisa, The Hidden Treasure. This book is an interpretation of the shlokas and explains its relevance in the contemporary world. The Maverick, Machine, and More, a pharmaceutical fiction. This is another beautiful book. And one more, The Pleasure of Living Twice. I really love this title, The Pleasure of Living Twice. You know, when you get to know that, yes, this life is beautiful and you have only one life, I guess then you start living. I don't actually what's the secret of this book. That sir will tell us. The Pleasure of Living Twice, a Pharma Selling Then and Now. This book is an eye-opener for the current generation of medical representatives to know how the profession evolved over a period of time. The next book is The Indomitables. This book pays a glowing tribute to 125 freedom fighters from Tamil Nadu. The first copy of the book was received by the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Sri R.N. Ravi at Rajbhavan. Sir's next book titled Heartstring Moments. I repeat that again. Heartstring Moments is in print and is likely to be launched very soon, in a month's time. And hopefully we all lay our hands on that beautiful book, which is going to be published in just a few days. Currently, sir is an active member of Y4N. What is this Y4N? Y4N is Youth for the Nation or Youth for Nation. It's a beautiful movement which aims to mentor students and youth in nation building. The senior citizens, the experienced, should really come forward like Sudhakar sir and contribute their time and wisdom and share knowledge with the younger generation. He has addressed over 3,000 students. He has addressed more than 3,000 plus students in reputed institutions like Shastra University, Tanjavur, MOP, Vaishnavi College, Chennai, etc. Sir is all of 64 years, young, and resides in a lovely place, a lovely city called as Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu, if I'm not mistaken. His only son is married and based in Hyderabad, happily settled, and Sir loves his son and loves to spend time with him and often travels from Chennai to Hyderabad. And Sir, above all, is a fitness freak. Fitness freak, you see, at this age, you really, all of us should, no matter what age, you have to be a fitness freak. I'm a lazy one and I'm going to learn a lot from Sir. Sir resides in Chennai and he has developed this wonderful habit of jogging in the morning. He jogs for 6 to 7 kilometers, 5 days a week at the Marina Beach. What a wonder that is. That's really beautiful. Enjoying the cool breeze and at the same time, beautiful people walking around and you jogging there, enjoying the beauty of nature. Sudhakar Sir's mantra is, if you don't get what you want, be happy with what you've got. And that makes sense, my dear friends. There are so many things which we want, but we don't get, no matter how hard we try. And so what is the simple secret here? Be happy with what you have. And that makes life simple and easy. Let's join our guest and celebrity, get to know more about him, his thoughts, and how we could really be inspired and empowered today. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of our journey here today on the International Fab Talks. And a big thank you to Chidambaram, sir, who has introduced you to the International Fab Talks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So nice for reading my profile. So it's very nice to hear about me. Thank you very much. You can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as we've shared your profile in an official way, but now we'd like to come down directly to you and we would like to know who is the real Sudhakar Narayanan. How would you try to define yourself or describe yourself in your own words?
Oh, very nice. See, who is Sudhakar Narayanan? I am a person actually who maximum time lives in the present moment. That is, to be in the present, madam, actually, let me just tell you that you don't require the mind at all to be in the present. Only if you want to be in the past or in the future, the role of mind comes into play. So, but if you are in the present, the mind has no role to play at all. So, as far as I have practiced this over a period of time, and now I should proudly say that I'm able to come to a conclusion that most of the time, say 99% of the time, I always stay in the present. So because of this, the present, with this in mind, I wrote a poetry, madam. If you don't mind, I can tell you that poetry also. So
yes, please.
It is titled as Now. It is titled as Now. So the poetry goes like this. The sparkling dewdrop in the leaf, any moment may slip or melt, yet happy and serene, for it the time is now. Perched on a tree, the cuckoo chirps, asked it, what is the time? Looked at me dazed, because for it the time is now. The clock seemed to ask me, looking at me or the time? Cute I am, I know, but time I can't say. For it, the time is now. Swims, drinks, and sleeps at will. 9 months and 9 days are over. Time to come out, yet unfazed. For it, the time is now. So because of that, I wrote this poetry about 1 year back. Since I always in the present, so I want to know right about the present. This is about that, madam.
A wonderful poem, ma'am. So the wonderful one, an excellent one, really. You really put a lot of, beauty into that. When you were reading, I was getting to hear every line, and you putting all the expressions too while you were sharing it. That is really more nice. Thank you very much. Now there's a big question in my head. How did you enter into writing beautiful poems, and when did this journey begin?
Actually, right from my school days, if you ask me which subject I like most, I should forthrightly say I like the English language. English language was my really most likable subject right from my school days. It all started like this. I studied in Chennai only in Adarsh Higher Secondary School. In 6th standard, there was elocution poetry. Somehow that lines I was so much impressed. I think you must be knowing it's a very famous poetry, the Solitary Reaper actually. They called to the stage and asked every one of us. I was a very average student, but in all other subjects I used to just scrape through. But somewhat in English, I had a lot of passion for that language, for poetry, later on into writing also. So Solitary Reaper, this the school which I studied was for intellectuals. They all were very intelligent, particularly girls were intelligent. But somehow this Solitary Reaper attracted me so much. When I went, just like that, how I told about now, the poetry, same way I told. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds this grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen to the wail profound, is still overflowing with the sound. When I said there was a standing ovation, which I didn't expect. So from that, it was that point only that real passion started for English. And later on, it went on into writing also. So if you ask me if I can continue, I can tell about writing also. But if there is anything else, you can ask me. I will tell about my writing capabilities later on to you.
Yes, sir, you can continue. You can please continue.
Madam, in 6th standard and 7th standard, those days we used to have a subject called non-detail. I don't know whether it is there now or not. I don't know. Non-detailed. 6th standard, madam, our book was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Jane Eyre was a very famous classic novel by Charlotte Bronte. I think I was adolescent maybe at that time. That Jane Eyre is a girl who is an orphan. She's brought up by her stepmother. Because of her a lot of abusing, she's been put into a hostel where she grows up. She undergoes a lot of problems. Then she becomes a teacher. And the story goes like that. Madam, you can't believe it. Every day the teacher used to teach one chapter in Jane Eyre. But I had one of my friends who were so enamored by this Jane Eyre. We started completing the book within a day. Binge reading we started in those days itself. Not only that, to be very frank with you, both myself and my friend, we fell in love. We had a first crush with a literary character, Jane Eyre. It was a literary character. I don't know whether anybody would have had a crush on a literary character. Only persons they have. So Jane Eyre actually started my passion in the writing and reading actually. And the next year, another book was The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. That was also a wonderful book which we read. And madam, how we used to discuss? After discussing, we will tell, suppose if tomorrow, if both of us become a film director or producer, if we take a picture on Count of Monte Cristo, whom shall we have as a hero? Whom shall we have as a heroine? Whom shall we have as a comedian? Who will have the music director? All these things we used to write on those days. And you will not believe, madam, Jane Eyre was later on, it came into film in Tamil, Shantinaliyar. The slight deviation was there, but the film came. At that time, myself and my friend were thrilled. First day, first show, we went those days about Shantinaliyar. It was like this, how the writing started for us. And again, another thing. See, in 6th, 4th or 5th, our miss used to give us 2 sentences about each animal or each place or each tree. First, she gave out cow. She said, I read about that cow. The cow has 4 legs. The cow has 2 horns. The cow has 1 tail. The cow gives milk. I read that by heart. Like that, she had given 10 essays about it, coconut tree, about so many other temples. I did not read anything. I read only about the cow. My mother was shouting at me. What does this? You are right. What will happen if your miss asks me any other question other than the cow? What will you do? Mama, please don't bother about it. I will take care of it. Similarly, what happened? Next day, the miss asked us to write a few lines about coconut tree, which not even iota of idea I had. But I did not bother at all. Madam, do you know what did I write? I wrote, the cow has 4 legs. The cow has 2 horns. The cow has 1 tail. The cow gives milk. This cow was tied to the coconut tree. And the teacher wrote on that, please come and meet me along with your mom or dad. She had written on that. So next day I had to show to my mom. My mom was so much worried what this fellow is going to shout at her. And the teacher told that your boy is really smart, but this smartness you should not put in this. You should study. So please help him. But he's a smart guy. So this is how it started the writing habit started. This is about me.
It's really nice, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that anecdote. And I really loved it. And it really made me smile and cheer up. It was a beautiful one. And I could imagine how you were writing it and how you said that the cow was tied to the coconut tree. That really brought out the humor. But yes, you were quite intelligent from then on. How to, put things in the right place. Now, sir, I have a question. Now, apart from that literature, apart from the non-detailed texts, the beautiful stories, the interesting characters, you fell in love with the character. As you said, you had a crush on the character, you and your friend, on that given character in the book. Now, is it only here, or did the teacher's explanation, sometimes, the teacher plays an impact or a beautiful role for the child to develop an interest in the subject. So did the teacher also play an important role for you to develop interest in, literary aspects?
Definitely, the way the teacher expressed in that book, I got goosebumps, definitely, to be very frank. I got goosebumps when the teacher was explaining to me about Jane Eyre or the Count of Monte Cristo. And so next chapter we'll go tomorrow, she said, but nothing doing. So after the class is over. So next is maths period. No. So like this also teacher played a very, very important role. They only created that, kindled that passion in me, the way she expressed about Jane Eyre and all that. But the only thing is other products which I could not focus on, that has to be considered. But everything is gone, everything is good, everything's happened.
Yes. So now you are a wonderful writer, and you've been writing like one fiction and like 3 non-fiction books. And when did you develop this interest of becoming an author, a full-fledged author?
Yeah. Actually, full-fledged author, it is only after my marriage. After my marriage, only I became a full-fledged author. So first what I did, I read that Hanuman Chalisa every day. So along with my wife, I used to chant the Hanuman Chalisa. So I had a little bit of a Tamil knowledge. Though writing it may be difficult, but I can very well read and translate it into English. So I thought that myself and my wife thought we should take up this project of translating this Hanuman Chalisa from Tamil to English. So I started the work. Then my wife said, see, everybody will translate this work. So what is the new thing that you are going to tell? So do something innovative. Then she told, then I asked her, see, if you are telling me this, you should tell me the solution also, what we can do about it. Then she told all these epics, shlokas, they always have a subtle meaning inside. It not only gives a direct meaning, all these shlokas, definitely, if we go deep into it, there will be some subtle meaning inside. Why not we just come out with the subtle meaning and say that this Hanuman Chalisa can also tell like this, that too, it should be relevant to the contemporary world. So that was a wonderful idea, Vishit. So slowly, every sloka, it took nearly 1 year for us to come out with that. 40 slokas are there, but every day at that time I was in service, so I was traveling also. So on and off, so it took about nearly 1 year for me to come out with that book. But unfortunately, at the time of release of the book, my wife passed away. She was not alive to see the book in a printed form. So definitely that first book, she brought in my hidden talent. So that's why I named the book also as a hidden treasure of Hanuman Chalisa, what it tells about. That book was real good, and I did not sell that book at all. It was on a non-commercial basis. I just gave it to whoever is a devotee of Anjaneya or Hanuman. I just given to them as a free only. Book received an excellent response from everybody, even from the experts. They came and told me. I had given this to our governor also. He just went through and he said it's wonderful. He said he go through. He asked me, what is special about the book you are written? I told, sir, this is the interpretation of Hanuman Chalisa, where it is not just the direct meaning, the hidden meaning is also been revealed here. So it's like this that Hanuman Chalisa started. This was in 2014. She passed away. The book came only in 2017. So 2003 years I took after that to come and launch this. So the Hanuman Chalisa was actually what to say in Tamil is a Pillar Shuli. So that was one which I started, went on very well. And even today, we recite the Hanuman Chalisa. As you must be knowing, Hanuman Chalisa is the most recited shloka in the world. They recite in their own versions. The M.S. Subbulakshmi's tone is there, Shankar Mahadevan's tune is there. So many tunes are there. But even today, that M.S. Subbulakshmi's tune of singing, chanting Hanuman Chalisa is a divine experience. So still we do it. And that book, I have completely dedicated it to my wife. So that was the first venture in print version of it came in 2017, though it was over in 2014, came in 2017.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much. And I'm sure ma'am from above will really bless us today. She will be very happy that you're sharing all of this today. And the best part is you've given it on a non-commercial basis.
Yeah.
You know, a tribute to your wife and, you know, the beautiful thought of bringing out the author in you.
Yeah.
Dear sir, would you like to share something about your journey as a pharmaceutical trainer?
Oh, that was my bread and butter. If today I'm having my full meals, everything, it is because of the pharmaceutical industry only. So, I know if you go, if you in a school final, if anybody is there, if you ask them what you want to become, everybody will say, I want to become an IAS officer, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer, everything. Have you heard anybody saying, I want to become a salesman? Then nobody will say. It's all by default. It's all by default. So I'm also no exception to that. I also wanted to be in a good institute like IIT, but we didn't get. So that's why I written my mantra is that if you don't get what you want, be happy with what you have. So I joined the pharmaceutical industry in the year 1981, almost 43 years back. And my first interview was a disaster, actually. I'll tell you why, madam. I attended those days, there was no LinkedIn, there was no social media and all. So you had to apply through advertisements in the newspaper, and I applied it. The interviewer was so harsh to me. All the questions I answered correctly, but he was somehow very harsh to me and said, no, this is not correct, this is not correct. So when I came out, I knew that I'll be not getting a placement in this company. What happened is that after a few days, I got a letter from another company. I went and attended. It was a very smooth one, and I was selected. Then later on, I asked that company, how you got my application? I didn't apply for this company. Then they told me that HR of that person had sent it because that company which I attended first was in the verge of closure. So that person did not want to spoil my future by putting me here. So that is why he was so harsh to me. I desperately wanted to contact him and thank him, but I could not. So that is why in my book I also have written, there are some people who do so much good to us, but we are not able to meet them at all in person in the rest of our lives. So he is one of that person. In that company, I stayed for 10 years and did what was the basic work of my medical representative started that company. So this is how I entered the pharma industry, and it was a roller coaster ride, ma'am. To tell you nothing short of it, a roller coaster ride. I enjoyed the work every day. It's going meeting doctors, meeting pharmacists, meeting stockists. It was really a roller coaster. For about 10, 12 years, I was a medical representative. And I am one of the very few persons in the pharma industry who got promoted, bypassed some 2 positions. After a medical, there will be area manager, regional manager. But I bypassed, I went into marketing. I became a product executive in that company and went and based at Delhi. From then, totally my lifestyle, everything changed after that. But medical representative was the one at the time which I got married. My son was born at that time. So I am indebted to the profession of medical representative. That's why my next book is based on that. So it was a great career. And as a product manager, the product which I launched in 2002, it was a product for the first time. It was meant for neuropathy. Neuropathy is nothing but damage to the nerves. That product became a blockbuster because at that time in 2001, 2002, there were no products to treat this neuropathy. All these diabetic patients, they have this neuropathy. They have that pricking sensation, a burning sensation, or a shock-like sensation in their hands and feet. For if the sugar is not under control. So this product which we brought at the right time, the story goes like this, madam. Doctor, if any patient suffers from pricking, burning, and shock-like feeling, please prescribe this product. Doctor, when you prescribe this product, your patients will get relief within 3 hours, doctor. So for so many months and years together, your patients have been suffering with excruciating pain, this pricking pain. This product can relieve within hours. So it clicked. Pan India, it clicked. I should very frankly tell you that I cannot claim credit for the entire success of the product, but I can take credit that I was the first person to write the script for that product. So later on, it became a 250 crore brand. So it is really a pride on my part that I was involved in the launch of the product. And so even today, I keep talking. See, there are some, I think last week you interviewed one of my friend, G. Sham Sundar Prakash, Dr. J. He today also, yesterday also he asked me, I'm still writing that product, man. Are you writing? He's my classmate, actually. He's my classmate. I'm writing that product still. It's wonderful product, he used to say. So such memories are etched in our memory for a long time, madam. So these are the things that we achieved. And as a trainer, we did a lot of great things. Even today, the training aspect of what we tried to implement is light and told. Because many times, madam, when people come for the training program, they have an inhibition in the mind after this training program. If this doesn't suit me, I'll quit the job. This is with this plan only they come to the training program. So what we did, we wanted to make it as simple as possible. For every word, I used to give them an explanation. Disease. What is the meaning of disease? I tell them you break it into two, it will be easy for you. Dis and ease. If you are not at ease, it is disease. What is breakfast? If you break the fast, it is breakfast. What is anemia? You break it in anemia. Ane means no, mia means blood. Less of blood is anemia. So like that, for every medical term, I just split them into 2 or 3, which made it very simple. And you will not believe. After 35 years, I met one person. He said, sir, your training is still, I remember, sir, you used to tell every word by splitting it into easier forms and tell me. I did that, and I tell my people now, sir, your legacy continues like that. This is what they say about it. So this is out about my industry.
Yes, sir. Excellent, sir. Thank you for sharing the beautiful journey that you began as a medical representative and rose to, to the product side, management side. Dear sir, now when we come to a medical rep, like in simple terms for us, like I'm not from this stream, so I belong to the academic sector. So I will not have much information as to what work does a medical representative do. But this much I know, that they will have a lot of, compliments. Because when I was a kid, we had one family, Mr. Nathan, and his son was a medical rep. And whenever we used to visit their house, they used to give us like all the compliments which he used to get. And we were so happy. So every time I would insist my parents to take me to that house, because he would give me something or the other as a compliment, which he would get as a medical rep to give to the other. So what is all this? And I really loved that family because I wanted all those little things which I got from them. Is that medical representative? That is it, or what it is? To me, as a child, I still have the same thought that a medical representative will have all these beautiful things, maybe a nice cup or maybe a lovely pen, something like that. So what's all about these compliments and being a medical rep?
Madam, actually, when I started my career in 1981, it was only purely we had to talk to the doctors. So those days there was no social media. So the only source of knowledge for the doctors was from the medical reps. So it was we who educated them about the molecules, about the products, about the USP of the products, everything the medical. So the doctors had a lot of respect for us. So when we go, this man is going to tell something different, something new. So there are doctors who say, ask the patients to wait, and then they will ask us to explain about the products. And what happened, madam? Slowly, many companies started coming. Same molecule, many companies started coming. So companies started, just by talking to the doctors is not sufficient. We should also just make them write more. So why not we remind them with some compliments? So this is how the concept of a compliment started. More players were there. So we need to keep the doctors should keep in mind our products. So for that, to move them. So this concept of a compliment scale. So every company started, first they started with prescription pad, then they started with pencil, then they started with paperweight, so that it is on the table of the doctor and it reminds them of the products. So it all started in a very humble manner and in a very nice manner. So and then it boomeranged into greater heights. Now it is something which you can't even imagine. So the purpose is to remind the doctors. When more players started coming, it gained momentum.
Thank you, doctor, for you now sharing that. I mean, thank you, sir. It's really nice. Now I understand, because it really excited me to go there. I would pester them every time, take me there, and go. And I would not get up from there till I got something from there. It could be just anything that would be given to me. So, but there is an agenda over there that yes, the doctors should remember or be reminded of the product, which is really of good use, to be recommended to the patients. That's excellent, sir. Now, sir, we'll only come to the marketing aspect. You are still a great marketer. So what is all about this? Because see, marketing is not an easy journey. It's a very tough one. Getting customers is the toughest job. You can be a teacher, you can be a doctor. I feel, because I've been into that zone, I've seen you, but marketing is quite tough, because you'll have people hurting you on your face, on your product. They may be angry with the product, but they'll take out the anger on you, if I'm not mistaken. So how all this began, and how strong have you been in this field? And you have given 40 plus years in this beautiful journey.
You very rightly said, this marketing came into existence only about 25 years back. Before that, the demand was in par with this thing. Now the supply is more. Supply is more. So what to do? We need to market. So for marketing, what is very important? If you have something USP in your product, you have to bring it right away. So if everybody brings a product in a capsule form or tablet form, so why not we bring out in a chewable form? Why not we bring out in a sublingual form? So some innovation, something unique, some tweak if we do, that will go in a long way in building up a product. So that is how the product which I launched for neuropathy, that was for the first time, we brought it in a soft gelatin capsule. Soft gelatin capsule was there before, but it didn't pick up well. But this product was brought in a soft gelatin capsule. The advantage of this soft gelatin capsule is that the absorption is faster, absorption is better, less of gastric irritation. So anything with some small tweak is very, very important to stay alive in the market. If you are just a Me Too brand, you have to fight a tooth and nail in the market field. The doctors will write only at the mercy of the person who is coming and meeting him. So this is some tweaking is important, very much important. Fortunately, the company which I joined, all were Me Too molecules, but it had some USP. So we brought in a sublingual tablet. Everybody was having capsule. We said, doctor, if we take capsule, it is a hard gelatin. It can irritate the gastric mucosa. Sir, ours is a sublingual tablet. If we just keep it on the tongue, it just melts within 2 minutes, doctor. Your patient gets relief. So this is how marketing evolved, madam. Some USP we had to bring it. Otherwise, we had to be at the mercy of the doctors. There's nothing else. So this is how I brought all the products.
That's really nice, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing and being so polite. Now, I'd like to just ask you something apart from your profession now. You are on the Marina Beach 5 days a week, and you are good at jogging and spend round about quite an amount of time, like around about 6 to 7 kilometers you jog every day. Now, while you are jogging, are you doing it alone, or do you have a group of friends and well-wishers with you who are on this beautiful, journey of being fit and healthy?
Yeah, thank you. But I do it alone. I don't take any companions for that, because my speed, nobody can match my speed. So slowly I will go. So I get so slowly, like I have a lot of time at my disposal. At 6 o'clock, if I start from the lighthouse to reach the Muthuswamy Bridge near the central station and come back, it will be around 8 kilometers. So I take nearly 1 hour and 45 minutes for that. A normal youngster at 25 years, you will do that within half an hour. But I'll take my own sweet time. So no one can match my speed. So I just be alone and just jog and come back.
You're so humble, sir. And no one can match my speed. And so I was thinking like now, sir, like how speed is he running now or jogging? That's very nice and humble of you. With a humorous touch, you have shared that. Yes. And so if you could just enlighten all of us, including me, and all our guests and audience as well, the importance of jogging. What are the benefits? Because many of us are lazy, including me too. So I would really want to learn this from you. Get up in the morning and start jogging.
What can I say? There are umpteen number of benefits of jogging. First of all, it will keep you in a good mood. Mentally, I'm telling you, it will keep you in a good frame of mind. There is no doubt about that. The whole day, you will be in your senses. You will not get angry. You will not get wild. Whatever happens, that is mentally and physically. So much. It improves your blood circulation. It reduces fat. And I do about 12,000 steps. I do about it. So what happened? For your kind information, my blood sugar level and my blood pressure is absolutely normal without any medication. So that simply because of this Marina Beach only, nothing else. It is only because of the Marina Beach. At 64, if I say my blood sugar is normal, my BP is normal, cholesterol, everybody envies at me. And they say, no, you please check once again. Yeah, you cannot be. Because people are 48, 50, they say I'm having blood sugar for the past 5 years, 6 years. And you are 64 and you say it's normal. Did you go to a doctor? Did you check it? No, you please check. Okay, that you may be having it. Sir, I said, I don't have, sir. Every day I check current BP. So one important thing of this jogging is that it keeps you hale and healthy. That will definitely, your quality of life will improve. So because of that, I don't take any medications. So that's the biggest plus point. And here I would like to tell one thing. It is not only because of me. I have to thank my father, who was living till the age of 90. He was walking till 89. He was walking every day. And he has given me I have inherited a lot of properties from him. That is normal blood sugar, normal BP, normal cholesterol, normal heart rate. These are all the properties my father has given to me. Apart from that, I do my own exercise also.
How nice. That's such a beautiful way to share that song. And you said these are the properties my father has handed over to me. And so I was like thinking, where is the property here? Is it in this place, in that place, or that place? You put it very well. And yes, a good health is always really appreciated. If our parents had it, definitely we'll have it through the genes. And of course, our own effort to safeguard it is also an important thing. Dear sir, now what is one thing that you don't like about the Marina Beach?
It's too much crowded nowadays. It is extremely crowded, and now the metro station is going to come. Because of that, half of Marina is closed. So we have to bypass, use the sand path, and then go. So that they are written already, inconvenience tomorrow for a better, inconvenience today for a better tomorrow is printed, they are put there. So because of that metro work, lot of disturbances are there at the Marina. Otherwise, we used to have a very, very peaceful and at the Marina Beach. Now, this is a problem, but again, this is a temporary one. Probably after 5 years, we can once again back to that. And now it's very clean. Those days where there was not clean. Now Swachh Bharat is there. It's spick and span. The beach is spick and span. The only thing is this metro work is hindering the process.
Yes. So there's another question which I'd like to connect with the Marina Beach. Did you find anything special on the Marina Beach while you were jogging, while you were passing through there maybe? Did you find anything, like usually they find lots of either ornaments or near the beach? Yeah. Like you every day pass over there. Have you been lucky anytime?
Very much. See, there is a skating ring in the Marina, skating ring. One day as I was jogging, a 3-year-old child, the mother was fixing the skating ring on her legs. She was squatting like this. She was fixing that skating ring on her legs, and she made the child to stand up. And she told the instructor, sir, my child is ready. That child looked at the mother. I could guess the mind voice of the child. The child was saying, just now I started walking. Why you want me to skate now? That mind voice I heard from the child. The child is so small. Just now it has started walking. But the mother wants to learn skating for her child. So I looked at that and I could hear the mind voice of the child saying that, and I laughed at myself. This was a very interesting incident which I heard. Another interesting incident what I heard is that, see, nowadays what happens in the Marina, these people start give pamphlets to everybody about weight loss and so many things. So many people are there. They give pamphlets to you. So one day when I was jogging, one person handed over a pamphlet to me. I was simply not interested. So when I was but last line in that pamphlet was very interesting for me. It was written, "Do not litter. The dustbin is 100 meters away. Do not litter." So I was really thrilled about that script of that. Do not litter, because everybody after reading they'll just squeeze it and throw it there. But in that pamphlet, do not litter. So such interesting even things happen when I go for jogging. Right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. There's still something like in my head. Like, are people like taking this metal detecting machine and walking on the Marina Beach? Because they say on beaches they find gold. So is this true, sir? Because you're always over there. Have you observed something like this?
It was there, but now it is not there. Because I was
Not allowed?
it is not there now. Earlier it was. I was born and brought up near the Marina Beach only. I was born in the Kasturiba Hospital in Marina, Coach Hospital in Triplicate. My life fully was here only. So earlier they used to do all these things, but now all gone. It is only purely sand only.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you. These are all the questions as a kid I had in my head. So I've got someone here there. So I'm like happy to ask you all of that. Now, sir, we'll come to your professional space. We've had a wonderful time with you getting to know about how you take care of your health. And it's really a message to everyone that you have to take care of your health. No matter how slow you jog or fast, you are responsible for your health. So now being in the professional space for 40 plus years is not a joke. And it's not easy to. You might have faced a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Now, my question is, how did you manage the stress, or how did you manage all the challenges that you faced right from day one till today? What is your mantra to be a successful professional?
Yeah, definitely. See, medical profession is ridden with stress, no doubt on that. If you, but the company in which I worked, it was a qualitative company. They were not directly asking you for sales numbers. They were asking only for doctor conversion. How many doctors you made prescribe today? If that is the vision, means that company will definitely grow. But there are many companies who insist on numbers. In fact, every company wants the numbers, then only they can give salary to everybody. But the company which I worked, it was a qualitative one. We are working only on the doctors and how many conversions we made for our products. So there was stress. So we need to convert, because competition is so rampant. You know, we have to day in and day out. It is like that. So we stress is part and parcel of the job. But fortunately, it was a roller coaster ride. I did not encounter much, because at the time of this high pressure, I was very young, only around 30 years. After that, I entered into the marketing angle, where there is a pressure of a different kind there. So you have to deliver your script, you have to deliver your marketing plan, you have to ensure your marketing plan is implemented. So that is a different type of pressure, which I was able to handle it with ease. So thank God, which I was able to do. But direct sales is really a high pressure job, which I did. But thank God I was young at that time. I could overcome all that.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much for sharing. But then all our viewers and guests would be also thinking in mind, like you have played and donned many hats. You played many roles and donned many hats. Like as an author, as a medical representative, as a trainer, and all of that, as a translator, etc. Now, among all of them, where did you feel comfortable? Which gives you more comfort? Which role?
Yeah, definitely author only, writing. That only gives me, I am in my own space. So that gives me a lot of pleasure. When I keep the pen, automatically my hand goes. I don't have any, what to say, writer's block. That writer's block is not there in me at all. It's a real, I don't know, it's a God's gift. Really, it's a passion to be an author. Only after my retirement in 2019, I could get that into play really. But my real turnaround came only when I wrote the book, The Indomitables. Actually, The Indomitables was a book in 2023, January 23rd, I had the opportunity to meet the governor of Tamil Nadu on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's birthday. So at that time, the governor was saying there are so many books here on freedom fighters, but I don't find any books on freedom fighters from Tamil Nadu who are unsung, who are not known to the general masses. So that you have to bring out with them. So at that time, I was associated with an organization called Center for South Indian Studies. They asked me to take up the responsibility, and they gave me 2 research assistants to work on that. So initially, madam, 250 freedom fighters were identified. 250 freedom fighters exclusively from Tamil Nadu were identified. And extensive research was done, and we shortlisted 125 freedom fighters. And the book Indomitables, I'll just show it to you. This is the book. This is Indomitables, and this was within 5 months we were able to bring it, and all these are authenticated. They are real. This thing, we did not go to Google, we did not go to any social media. We went to the descendants of the families of the freedom fighters. We collected the materials and we brought it. And madam, there are many informations in this book which is for the first time. If you permit me, I can tell you a few of them also. First
Yes,
is
please. Yes, please.
we have, this book contains 125, if so to say, unsung freedom fighters of Tamil Nadu. Say active freedom movement of India was only from 1857 to 1947, but Tamil Nadu played a very pivotal role in the freedom movement of India 300 years back. This Unti Devar, Puli Devar, Velu Nachiyar, Mardu brothers, they all started this freedom fight 300 years back in our state, Tamil Nadu. And there was one which you must be remembering, Veerapandya Kattabomman. I've heard about that name, madam, Veerapandya Kattabomman. So he is in Tamil Nadu. If you ask any child, if I tell Veerapandya Kattabomman, they will start telling one very famous dialogue in Tamil. யாரை கேட்கிறாய் வட்டி எங்களுடன் வயலுக்கு வந்தாயா நாட்டு நத்தாயா இல்லை எங்கள் குலம் பெண்களுக்கு மஞ்சள் அரைத்து கொடுத்தாயா மாமனா மச்சானா மானம் கெட்டவனே. This is a famous dialogue of Veerapandya Kattabomman, which everybody in Tamil Nadu will tell. Madam, in this book, what we have mentioned is that if Veerapandya Kattabomman was so determined, so motivated, so fierce, it is because of his brother Umadurai. We have mentioned in our book, Veerapandya Kattabomman got his motivation from his younger brother Umadurai. That is the unique thing that we have mentioned in the book. Next, madam, have you heard about this word Jai Hind? If I say Jai Hind, whose name comes to your mind, madam? If I say Jai Hind, whose name comes to your mind?
So that's the national anthem, like towards the end, we say this Jai Hind, like, is it something like?
Correct. Jai Hind means Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Yes.
Netaji Subhash Chandra, everybody thinks, but it is not Subhash Chandra Bose. This word was coined by Shenbagaraman Pillai, who was from Tamil Nadu. And for freedom fighters, those days, they fought in different ways, through writing, through poetry, through songs, through acting. But this Shenbagaraman Pillai, what he did, he went abroad to get the support of foreigners for getting independence for India. He went and met Hitler. Then he came and joined Indian National Army with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. At that time, he said Jai Hind. Subhash Chandra Bose said, sir, can I use that word Jai Hind? So good. He just gave that word, and Subhash Chandra Bose took it to a different level. So this book, madam, it tells about this. Jai Hind word was coined by Shenbagaraman Pillai. Though Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose took it to a different level, this book tells about that. And this is number 2. And then there was a man called G. Srinivasa Iyer, who was the editor. He wanted to start a magazine called Swadeshi Mitran. So he called for interviews for 4 people. In that 4 people, he saw one person and appointed immediately without interview. Madam, that person was Subramanya Bhardiya. You must have heard about Subramanya Bhardiya. Subramanya Bhardiya was identified by G. Subramanya Iyer. And he was such a staunch nationalist, this Subramanya Bhardiya. all his works were destroyed by the British. Later on, there was another person. What he did was that he unearthed all the works of Subramania Bharatiya and he gave it. I just forgot the name of that. I forgot the name of that person. So he unearthed all the books, and we have mentioned that in our book. Like that, this Indomitables is a treasure. Now, another very important thing: each freedom fighter only one page. In this age, in this era, our attention span is very less. Within 5 minutes, we try to divert our attention. So we don't want to give a very elaborate view about every freedom fighter. So we brought it just in one page for every freedom fighter. And so this book is really a bestseller now. About 4,000 copies are sold. And most of the libraries in Tamil Nadu, they have purchased this. We have donated them, we purchased, and all it has happened. So this book is a latest sensation, which I wanted to tell you this week.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much for taking us into the deep conversation of getting to know all these freedom fighters, the unsung heroes, who many of us might have not known, but through this book, we are able to know about the hard work and the passion they had for freeing India from the clutches of, the foreign rule. Dear sir, now I'd like to ask you about this book. And to me, it's very appealing. Heartstring moments. What is all this about? Is it very romantic or something, or is it about professional work? What is it?
See, a heartstring moment is very short stories. See, you have heard about short stories. So again, I'd like to tell, our attention span of every individual has been reduced considerably. So youth also, if I give a big novel, no, I don't know whether they'll be able to read unless and until they are favoring classics. So we thought that we should give them in a very short story. I will give an example. I had a friend. Both of us went to a person who was very good in storytelling. He told the content of it. I'll just tell you the content. There was a man married a woman. After 3 years, the third wedding anniversary, they went to a doctor. They took an ultrasound. There was a pregnancy was confirmed for the lady. The wife was very happy. The husband was a chain smoker. Then they came back. She asked, "What is the gift that you're going to give me?" He said, "The wonderful gift I'm going to give, I'm going to stop smoking," he said. They both hugged. This was the content of the story. So now, how my friend wrote, I will tell you. And why I'm telling you this is like this is my heartstring movie. He wrote, it was their third anniversary. They went to the doctor. The ultrasound showed life. 3 days she waited. There was no sign of any gift from him till she observed the ashtray was missing in the room. This is what it. And the ashtray was missing. That implies that he has stopped. That's all. Everything in subtle manner. So these heartstring moments, mostly it is on all the subtle things, very beautifully written and kept. And this actually, madam, I wrote during the lockdown. Everybody were depressed. So I thought every day I should start something in the name of Daily Bites. For 100 days, I wrote every day one very, very short story and sent it to my friends in social media and all that. The first few days, madam, nobody responded. Then I didn't bother. I didn't bother. I said, let me continue. Then what happened one day, every day morning at 10 o'clock, I will post this very short stories. One day by some unforeseen circumstances, it got delayed and at 4 o'clock only. Till then at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I got messages, where is your daily bite? I have not received. Every day, where is your daily bite? Then only I knew, oh, these people are reading it. Only thing they are not responding to me. So from then again, it really inspired me. And for 100 days consecutively, I wrote in the social media. It was titled Daily Bites. But I didn't put all that in this book, but selected ones I put in that. And all the rest are really wonderful stories. And it is on print. That is probably in another couple of days, it will be there. So this is called heartstring moments. So some of these some defining moments are there which will completely change your life at all. So these points, these stories will definitely change like that habit.
Excellent, sir. Thank you, sir. You've revealed something about the book, but we'll not ask you more. Let it be in the book. We are going to buy it when it comes on the shelves. Thank you. Now, a question is, the previous books which you've authored, where are they available? Are they available on Amazon and all the
Yes.
other, online
Okay.
sites?
The Pleasure of Living Price Pharma Selling Then and Now is available in Amazon. The Maverick Machine and More is available in Amazon. And Indomitables also available. But Hanuman Chalisa, I did not purposefully give. I wanted to give it as for some deserving persons. So I distribute it to some people who are interested, or I give them as a gift in some marriages and things like that. Apart from that, all three are doing well in this thing, e-commerce market.
This thing called as Y for N, Youth for Nation. You're an active member. And what is your contribution to this beautiful organization? And how did you get inspired to enter into this beautiful field?
Actually, this about 50 members are there. Most of them are retired, and they are many are IAS officers, collectors, IITians, retired judges, and all of that. So we wanted to start a movement to motivate the youth of the country. How it all started, and let me tell you, why we started this. 65% of our Indian population, madam, are under the age of 35 years. So our country is a very, very youthful country. Our country is not only the most populous country, we are a very young nation. So 65% of the people. And this youth, madam, they are very, very knowledgeable, and they are ready to take care of themselves very well. But only thing is that, what we say is that it should not come at the cost of values. Knowledge driven and values driven should be the two eyes of every youth. You can rewrite rules, but you have to retain values. That's what we tell the youth. So the values is what is missing. So we try to highlight everything. And so we go and say that the youth of this country, the future of the country is in the hands of the youth. So they asked us when we went for the deliberations, sir, how can I contribute to the development of the country? So we just wrote 3 points. First of all, you have to go and exercise your franchise. You have to go and cast your vote. Do you have your voter ID? And madam, here only our role came into play. We ensured that those people students or youth who did not have voter ID, we made them available this voter ID. If any change in address was there, this organization, we helped them to get the voter ID changed. So this was our main thing, and we wanted all of them to cast their vote. Let it be any political party. We are not a political party. Only thing is that we want everyone to cast their vote. Why? Because in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the voting percentage was only 62%. 38% did not vote, and in this 38, majority of them were youth. They had not come and cast their vote. So we told them, only if you vote, you will decide who is going to rule this country. You will know the value of your vote. So it is that you have to vote. And then we also told them, in the last 10 years, let me tell, we went and told them, India is number 1 in digital marketing. India is number 1 in films. India is number 1 in milk production. India is number 1 in jute. India is number 1 in spices. And India is number 2 in renewable energy. India is number 2 in mobile manufacturing. So with all this has happened, and the icing on the cake, madam, is that till 2014, India was the 10th largest economy. And now in 2023, India is the 5th largest economy. We have top-notch 5 points. And most importantly, we have overtaken British. In 1947, we were ruled by the British. But now, in 2023, India has overtaken British in economy. And in the next few years, we are really going to come to the top. India will be the 3rd largest economy in the world. For this, we tell the youth, this number 1, number 2, and all are not just numbers. They are emotions. It is you, youth, who can make India a developed nation in 2047, in the 100th year of independence. It is you who is going to do it. If you turn back the pages of history, at every stages, it was the youth who changed the picture of India. Bhagat Singh, Tirupur Kumaran, Subramanya Bardiyar, Vanchinathan, Tillayadi Valliyamai, all these people, they sacrificed their lives for the freedom of the country when they were in their 20s. And this only rattled the British that we need to give independence. So it is the youth who were instrumental in getting the freedom for our nation. And now also again, youth will be responsible for making India a developed country in the 100th. This is what we tell, madam, for the youth. And we have told this in so many institutions.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Thank you very much. I really like the concept of how you would like to enlighten and empower the youth, make them understand their role to bring a balance in the Indian, subcontinent, like to make India a developed country in 2047. So as you were sharing, and I was trying to, count on like how old I would be then in 2047 to view this, to have a look at the, a beautiful India, a developed country. Yes, sir. We all look forward, and maybe I really hope and wish that before 2047 we are able to achieve all of this. Yes. Dear sir, now if I may ask you, how should people remember you? And why should people remember you?
Madam, I'll just, for this question, when we are taking do we remember Alexander Fleming when we take antibiotic? Do we remember Rontgen when an X-ray is taken? Do we remember Wright brothers when we board a flight? We don't remember their names. We only remember their contributions. We remember their deeds. So I wish that nobody remembers Sudhakar as an individual. They should remember the contributions, what we are doing, what we thought, what our books should speak for ourselves. So I wish that no one remembers Sudhakar as a person. You should remember the contributions, what we have done, should speak for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing. It was really very nice. And as you said, the work should speak. Even if they don't remember me, they should remember at least the work that I've contributed. Yes, that's really nice. So, your favorite movie, as you earlier mentioned, that you and your friend wanted to produce some movie and direct a movie with different heroes and heroines. You said that. So, but here you had a different calling. If I were to ask you your favorite movie, which one that would be?
So much. I prefer a lot of Tamil movies only. I'm a great fan of S. Balachandar and K. Balachandar. I don't know how many of you know. There was a filmmaker called S. Balachandar. Later on, there was a film director, K. Balachandar. So I'm a great fan of these two Balachandars. I like these films for the novelty. Madam, let me tell you, in 1962 itself, this S. Balachandar, after the film was over and the credit was going, he came with half trouser. He said, "All of you, please sit down. So don't get up. I am the director of the film, S. Balachandar. Let me introduce those who all are acted in this film. Come, you come. He is so and so. He is so and so." And then he introduced one person who became an icon in the Indian film industry. His name is K.J. Jesudas. He has sung one song in this film. And so you imagine such type of novelty in the 1960s. So that's why I became a great fan of this S. Balachandar. He did only about 4 films, but all 4 were real classics. Then later on, this K. Balachandar, of course, he ruled the film industry for nearly 25 years, which really great thing to do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. So now, apart from being a busy person, you're as busy as a bee. You're using every single moment that God has gifted you till date. Have you been able to take out some time and go on a vacation? If yes, which was the best place you went on a vacation, and who accompanied you, where you felt really great and enjoyed the time?
It is very rare. I didn't go on a vacation for nearly 5-6 years. When my wife was there, we went to Kumarakom, we went to Agra, we went to Darjeeling, all that. But after that, not specially on any vacation. But the life is full. It's full, so I don't take any vacation at all. My son used to call me frequently, "Papa, please come. Let us go to Kodaikanal. Let us go to Ooty. Well, you go and enjoy with your wife." He said, "No, Papa, you also come. We'll just." So he's been calling me for that, but I'm yet to respond to it. but I'm preoccupied, completely occupied either in Chennai or in Hyderabad. When I go to Hyderabad, it is still more busier. These both of them are working, so they go to office. So I take care of everything there.
So, what is it that you love about yourself?
That's again a wonderful question. Madam, being myself is the best thing that I like about it. So because I read in somewhere that self-love is the best thing that it has been scientifically proved that if you love yourself, it gives a sense of well-being. You won't enter, you won't enter any mental depression or anxiety. So self-love is very, very important. Who is going to love you other than yourself or your so the best thing about my life, myself, is being myself. I will not imitate anybody. So I will be myself. I know that I have a lot of shortcomings. So my life is, see, in the ECG, madam, there will be a lot of ups and downs. That means that that person is alive. If it is a straight line, there is no life in there. So life is a lot of ups and downs. You like yourself. So I like myself very much in spite of a lot of shortcomings that I have.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, what is the change you'd love to see in the world? எப்படிப்பட்ட changes இருக்கணும்?
Madam, to be on the lighter vein, if I'm with my son, I cannot even change the TV channel, the remote. They only have that control, that change also I cannot make. So that's on a lighter vein. In a serious note, every individual in our country should have food, shelter, and clothing. Nobody should sleep hungry in our country. That's what is my daily. We do a lot of anadhanam, we do all these things, but nevertheless, still people sleep on the open space. So all these things should go. It's till my lifetime, I want to ensure that our country. I am a great nationalist. For your information, my son was in Toronto with a very lucrative job. He came back to India. He said, I'll settle in India itself. I don't want to be in. He had a very good job. He did his MS there, but somehow he came back to India. I don't know, probably because of my influence or his influence or something else. I don't know. So I'm a great nationalist. So I want my country to thrive, survive, be a developed country by 2047. I'll fight tooth and nail for that. And all my friends are there with me to support that.
That's really nice. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. You were sharing something.
The change which I want to see is that every individual in our country should get this basic 3 necessities: food, shelter, and clothing. Roti, kapda, or makan. This is my aim. This is the change which I want to see.
Excellent. Roti, kapda, and makan, and love for the country. That's really nice. And so, I would like to add one point here. Let us do it before 2047. Let us work harder and transform India before 2047. So that would really be the biggest gift we all could give back to our country. So as you mentioned, best friends are with you. How many of them have stood with you during your bad times, your tough times?
What I am today is because of my friends and my parents. There is no doubt about that. So particularly after retirement, all our friends, we are back. So every day we interact. They come to my house. I go to their place. Every month we have a get together. These friends, they are great chums. And if I am hale and healthy and happy without any ailments, I should contribute this to my set of friends. It's because of them.
A beautiful tribute, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure your friends, when they watch this clipping, they will really smile. And thank you so much, because I think you all have a beautiful impact on each other's lives. That's really nice. You would like to share something?
Yeah. So what else to say? That it was a great interview. You were able to bring out the best out of me. So I'm very, very happy and very, very thankful for your questions. And I hope I've answered them to the best of my knowledge. And to your satisfaction, I think I've answered. So it's great thing. And since you said my friends are watching this, so by now itself they'll be knowing what I've spoken. So most of my friends are watching this show. My son is watching this show. So the thing is wonderful, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and views. That's really nice. So, yeah, so I would like to ask you this question. Do you ever get angry? Like you are in the friend circle or in your workspace, anything that irritates you and angers you? Because I've seen you're a very calm person. You're answering in a very calm and composed manner. At no point of time I've seen that you're off the track or maybe showing any aggression or giving any answers that, you're very polite and humble. But still, is there a part of you that gets angry?
See, I'm also a human being. The anger is there, but now it has come down to it. So here I would like to recollect one of the blog which I wrote about this. Once myself and my friend, when we were in service, we attended a program on anger management. On anger management, we attended a program in Delhi, and we came back to Chennai. When we were in the Delhi airport, one of the passengers was shouting at that flight attendant. He was abusing him, so many things. But that flight attendant was so calm, and he said, "Okay, sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I will not do that. I'll ensure it doesn't happen, sir." In spite of that, that passenger was abusing that, and we felt very bad. But after that passenger went, myself and my friend, just now we had come from anger management. So we asked that person, "Sir, how is it that you are able to be so calm and composed? That person was talking to you in such a abusive manner. How is it that didn't you get angry?" "But sir, I am also a human being. Will I not get angry?" "But we did not see. We saw that you are so calm and composed." "Sir, what to do, sir? He was getting angry. It is not my fault, sir. In spite of that, he was abusing me." We want to know from you, what made you so calm and composed?" He said, "Sir, he is going to Chennai, sir, but his luggage is going to Hyderabad, sir. That's all. This is my way of showing anger towards you." So like that. It was a humorous way. Anger is part and parcel of this thing. I ensure that most of the time I chant Hanuman Chalisa every day, so it keeps me calm and composed. My son is an epitome of calm and composed. He never gets angry. I learned from him how to be composed and this thing. He's an epitome of calmness personified. I learned, and that he has got from his mother. So I got it from him.
Oh, sweet. That's really nice. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Sir, is there anything that scares you?
As of now, nothing, madam. So since probably would ask me this question about 15, 20 years back, I would have something. But now, what should I scare about? Everything. We are ready for everything. We are ready for anything.
Great. That's really nice. Would you like to share a wonderful message for all of us from your side?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone should aim for something. That's what's the mantra. Which everyone should aim for something. Achieve that come at any cost. Do not worry. But if you don't achieve, don't get disheartened. Whatever you got, you please be happy with it. Most of the time, life is in a what to say, default mode. If it's in a default mode, you please go with the flow. I always tell people, as far as possible, go with the flow. So then life will be very peaceful for you. So that's what is my message to all these youngsters.
Yes. Till date, you're an author, and all of that which we shared earlier, all of that, your proudest accomplishment. When did you feel, wow, this is what I wanted to do? I did it. I achieved it. Which is that wow achievement in your life?
So if I say that, that means that is the best. So actually it is yet to come. The proudest moment is yet to come. So I'll wait for that proudest moment. These all are okay, but still the best is yet to come.
How sweet. That's really nice. You have beautiful hopes for the future, and you have confidence that yes, the best is yet to come. That's really nice. What about pets in your life? Has it played an important role? Do you have a pet at home?
I don't have pet at home, but wherever I go, my friends, my relatives, they all have pets, and these pets are very friendly towards me wherever I go. My sister in Toronto, she has a pet. My friend here has a pet. But when I go visit these places, they come above me, and they are very friendly towards me. But somehow it didn't strike me that I should have pets. I didn't have so far.
Yes, sir. So would you like to share quickly a childhood incident? Like something happened during your childhood. What type of a child were you? Very calm, quiet, naughty, shy, either at home or school, like below the age of 10, if you could recollect any incident, please do share it, sir.
Actually, I was a mischievous child only, no doubt about that. I was a very mischievous child. Every day I used to lose something. And you must have heard this, you know, some bit of Tamil, you know, no? You know
Yes.
this Kaundamani joke, one Vadapadam joke, you know, that he will bring two bananas, he will eat one banana and then he will, where is another banana? This is the other banana. That's a very famous humor in Tamil. Like this, it happened in my real life. I lost one sock, one sock I lost. My mother was, where is that sock? I used to bring the same sock and, Ma, here is that sock. I know that, where is the other? Oh, this is that, I don't. So after this Kaundamani joke came, I told, I have done this years back. Actually, the credit goes to me. I used to tell my brother, sister, my son, and all. I used to tell. Now only Kaundamani is doing. I did that when I was 6 or 7 years old.
Then what did your mom do? Did she get to know about it finally? Did you find the other, the other order of that?
I lost it, I know, but I want to poke fun on my mother. Mama, here is that. You are searching for another. Here it is. I know that. You give me that. You give it. Now you search for another one. Then slowly I will take that socks from mother and bring. Amma, here it is. Then she will turn back. Then like that. So those are real blissful days. You have brought my the memories of those blissful days.
That was sweet. That's really nice. And I can remember you slowly taking away that, again, coming to mom and sharing it with, I could visualize all of that when you were sharing it. Yes. Is there any other incident you'd like to share, like maybe at school or while going and coming to school, or maybe bunked school and went somewhere without parents' permission? Anything happened like that?
I never bunked college because wherever opportunity we got, the college was given a holiday. So we never had the opportunity of bunking college at all. But we had the opportunity of going to movies without the knowledge of parents. So once I went for an adults only film. And adults only doesn't, it was adults only film. So what we did that, we in our shoes, we stuffed a lot of cloth so that to make us tall. So I was short, so to make me tall in that shoe, I just stuffed a lot of stick. And in the queue when we were waiting to get the tickets, I was telling my friend, this 18 years, how much it is sweating. We were only 14. So 18 years of age means so much of sweating. So everybody thought we are 18, and they gave the ticket and they went and saw it. These are some incidents which I remember.
Oh, sweet of you to share that with us. Really, it's really humorous, and the way you really, you shook your this one, and I can imagine that view. I can recreate that picture in my mind as to how you people were standing there. That's really nice.
Well, since you talked in 9th standard, I think I failed in one subject, chemistry. I failed. So the teacher told me you have to be in the same class again, 9th standard. I told if I tell this in my house, they will ask me to get out of the house. So they are very strict parents. So I cannot do. She said, no. What? Myself and my friend were there. No, you have failed. What to do? Then we said, we'll come, we'll strike a deal, madam. Teach miss, you give us 4 days time. In this 4 days, we will read this chemistry exam again, and you give us a fresh test paper. We both will write in front of you. You correct it, and if we fail, then we will accept that we will be in the same class. Then she said, I like your attitude, man. Then what happened? Next 4 days, like how we used to, like people prepare for IAS, started reading chemistry night and day. My mother came and said, what is this? Now holidays, why are you reading chemistry? No, next year it is useful. No, so and then on a Saturday, I think, we went and in front of the teacher, we wrote the exam. I got 48%. She said, you are passed. So it was so great. The thing is, we could not go and tell anybody that we are passed because we already failed and we have written the exam again. So I came and I was enjoying. My mother, why are you sure? You have passed? No. Why I have passed? Only myself and my friend. No. So to celebrate that, we went for this adults only film. That's why I am just connecting the dots now.
Really nice.
I got
Yeah. Please go ahead.
I got 48% marks, and my friend Neelagandan, he got around 60%. So now he is in a very big position. He retired. Even now, whenever we talk, this incident will never miss our mind. We used to talk even today about this.
How nice. So that's really very nice, and you're very humorous, and of course, it brought beautiful memories down the lane, and you shared that here with us. Yeah, yeah, it's making me smile the way you've taken this journey so beautifully. Yeah. So, how many languages are you conversant in? You're very good in English. Your Tamil is excellent. How many other languages?
Uh, Very frank, only three. That is English, Tamil, and Marathi. My mother tongue is Marathi, so I can speak Marathi. I don't know to read or write because my mother tongue, so I can speak fluently. Of course, English, read, write, and Tamil, I can read, I can talk, also write some. But I'm good in translating Tamil into English.
Yes, as a translator, we've not spoken on that beautiful aspect of yours. As a translator, like what type of translation do you work on? Is it Tamil to English, English to Tamil, or Marathi? What is it, sir?
It is only from English to Tamil, not even from Tamil to English. Only translation I can do is from English, from Tamil to English.
Tamil to English. That's what the Hanuman Chalisa, that's what you have been
It
working on?
started with Hanuman Chalis. Later on, lot of works I have done on translation, and it didn't done that. So nowadays you can see the Google Translate is there. Even before that era, word by word, we used to translate and we used to form a sentence. For this, the full credit goes to my wife because she who started that and she imbibed in me and I shared it.
Thank you, sir, for sharing that. And again, we remember your Mrs. Light, and may her soul rest in peace. And of course, she has sparked that beautiful, journey in you to be a beautiful translator. Dear sir, we come down to the next part. If at all, imagine you have a time machine in your hand. We give you a time machine and ask you to click one of the buttons that would take you into the past era. And there you have to relive somebody's life and come back. This is a little task, imaginary task. So imagine you have that machine in your hand. At the click of the button that you are taken into the past era, live somebody's life and come back. Whose life you would love to relive?
You said time machine. The book Time Machine by H.G. Wells is one of my favorite books. I've read that umpteen number of times. H.G. Wells' book is a great inspiration for me. Come out of this. So particularly if you read the last part of Time Machine, H.G. Wells, he goes 80,000 years ahead. He goes 80,000 years ahead of current where the sun is stationary, the sun is bloated, and there are only two types of people in this earth: the Morlocks and the Oliho. The Morlocks are the people who live under the earth. They are bad species. The Olios, they are good people. You cannot imagine the current human face there. They are very small. All are alike. All look like alike. So 80,000 years about how it will be the earth, H.G. Wells has told. So I love that book. And now coming to your question, you told me if you go back in time space, I want to be two characters which I like. They lived very poor. I don't mind that. But two people which I really want is one is Subramanya Bharadiyar, other one is Srinivasa Ramanujan. Srinivasa Ramanujan is a great mathematician. I just want, like Christopher Nolan's movie Tenet, I want to go inside their mind and find out how their brain worked to calculate sums and problems so fast in Ramanujan's brain, and Subramanya Bharadiyar's, how did that poetry and this thing flowed from his mind. Just like that, it poured without any wrong, without anything mistake. Just poured out from him. Is something which is very difficult to imagine. That is why his poetry is still living. We have forgotten Bharati, but Bharatiyar's poetry we know, we remember even today. So if permitted, if we want to go back in time, I'd like to go into the mind of these two people and find out how it worked. Subramanya Bharadiyar and Srinivasa Ramanujan. For your kind information, both of them lived in Chennai, nearby only. They were not aware of that, but they lived nearby only.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much for sharing. Much appreciated. Sir, I would like you to share your thoughts on mental health.
According to me, mental health is much more important than the physical health. The first you asked me what type of person you are. I told I am a person who is always in the present. So the problem is our today's youth is that many of us are not in our present. Either we are in the past, that can lead you to depression, or they will be in the future, that can lead to anxiety. And the tolerance level of our youth or of any individual is very less. They are unable to come to terms with even a little bit of a failure. They think life is gone with a little bit of failure. So this all suicides at a very young age, these are all contribute. This is because their emotional quotient is very, very, very poor, man. Their IQ is very good. If IQ alone is not enough to sustain on this earth, you should have a good EQ. Emotional quotient should be there. You find so much of suicides happening in Kota, so many suicides happening in IITs. It's all because of this. They are not able to tolerate even a little bit of failure. But we as a people, we have undergone both success as well as failure. We're able to do that. So that tolerance level has to increase. So for that mental health, I strongly recommend every individual as far as possible to be in the present. Be mindful, be aware. Don't go to your past. If you can go to the past, but don't settle down there. Come back to the present as early as possible. So this is what is this thing, that mental health is of paramount importance in today's scenario. And for that, remedies, you need to be in the present.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much for that lovely message for all of us, especially the youth. So the next question coming up is, if the Almighty or the universe, as some of them believe in the Almighty superpower, some believe in the universal energy, if at all, either the universe or the Almighty gifted you a superpower and gave you the opportunity to select a superpower of your choice, what would that be? You're already gifted with a lot of superpowers. You have done much. Still, in case if that's the situation, what would your choice be?
Yes, I have written a book actually. That book is kept pending. Where Did She Go is the title of that book. In that book, I mentioned about a person he will invent a new type of spectacles. In that spectacles, if he wears, wherever there is any huge amount of cash, stacks of cash, there will be a blink will happen in his specs. So like that, he is an IT raider. So he will wear that specs and immediately he will know where money is stacked in any form, dollars or rupees or nothing like that. So that was my invention. So I would like to have that superpower, wear that spectacles and find out where money is hid inside. It was my invention. That book is also pending. It's a fiction actually. But so many books at a time, so I'm just kept it in pending. So we'll release it next time. So that book is titled Where Did She Go? So that I have mentioned about that. So this book.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Like that, I have mentioned in another book of mine, that Maverick Mission and More. It is a pharmaceutical fiction. Here I was telling you about the medical representatives. They will go and detail the product to the doctor with their literature or whatever it is. So in that book of mine, I've invented a new system where when the medical representative opens that laptop or iPad, whatever it is, immediately the doctor's image will be captured in that laptop and it will be transmitted into the managing director's this thing. So the managing director will know whether this representative has met the doctor, and so like that but that has come true now. That has happened now. So this I have written about 15 years back. So I'd like to get the superpowers like that of how to find out where the stacks of money are there, something like that.
Nice. It's nice. It will be very innovative, sir. And it will be a hit if if it ever comes out in the market, these beautiful spectacles, and use it for the right cause, maybe treasure hunting.
Yes. Yeah. So
that's really nice.
That's an interesting story. That hero is working in an income tax office. Yeah, he wants to do something for income tax rate, how to find out cash when the person where he goes for rate. So he invents that specs. He befriends a spectacle maker. And that story goes like that, actually. So when it is launched, I'll inform you, you can buy that book.
Yes, yes. Keep it a secret, sir. When it's out, just let us know. We will get our hands on it. That's really nice. Dear sir, what type of changes you visualize in the future years? Like you could say in the next 50 years or maybe next 5 years or 10 years, what type of change, or we'll put it like this, where do you think the change is required, to make it simple?
Actually, in 50 years of time, you can find definitely hyperloops in our country. Hyperloops are already they are in the trial run now in US and China. In another 50 years, definitely in India also, we will have hyperloop trains. We will have driverless cars. Elon Musk has said in another 50 years of time, it is illegal for a person to drive a car. So it should be driverless, should be mandatory. So these things will definitely come in the next 50 years, and definitely medicines, all will be individualized medicines will be coming in the next 50 years. Now it is everybody the same strength, 50 mg or 100 mg, but in another 50 years of time, you will have individual medications. So it will be tailor-made for every individual. So these things will definitely come in the field of medicine. And certain diseases will be extinct, like migraine and other diseases will become extinct. They'll be completely out. And life expectancy will definitely increase in another 50 years time. You can find a lot of centenarians in another 50 years of time, and hale and healthy.
What a rosy future you're showing me, sir, today, and all our audience. But it's really beautiful the way you've shared that. Usually when we have people sharing here this on this given question, there's a lot of like sadness, negativity, environment, but you're very positive, and that's really nice.
Thank you.
Anything more to share on this question?
On this question,
Yeah.
That is, we are eagerly looking for that next 50 years. No, I'll tell you another thing. There will be absolutely no sound pollution in the next 50 years. Actually, that vehicles will be going, but there will be no honking at all. It will all be controlled. Remote control will be there, and you can see a sound-free environment in the next 50 years of life. And it is going to be really rosy. It will going to be great, and it will be a great privilege for you to witness that in the next 50 years, how the country will be developed and evolved in this world. You travel in Hyperloop, it will be a great experience. Hyperloop is a train which will travel at 1,000 kilometers per hour underground. It will never touch the ground. Levitation will be there. It can, from Chennai to Delhi, you can reach in 1 hour's time.
That's really nice. Thank you, sir. And I hope we all live to see all these beautiful things and, appreciate the advancement of science and technology. Dear sir, 3 major questions and then we shift to the rapid fire round. One major question here is your take on constructive criticism. Being a writer, being an author, and you've been reading a lot of books and connected with books. And in general too, as you've also been connecting with the youth, and as you mentioned that the youth are committing suicide, they're unable to take in, little failure. Would you like to share your thoughts?
See, when you are accepting appreciation, the same way you have to accept even criticism. That is my mantra actually. When somebody tells you are done wonderful job, means there's a sort of elation is there in that. We get proud about that. We get pride. Same way when there is some criticism, and if it is a constructive criticism, absolutely, madam, I take it in the most positive manner, and I will ensure that I correct myself in that. So criticism, as I was in the pharmaceutical field, when I was a medical rep, every day some doctor will criticize on some aspect. Your product is not working, your product has got side effect, your product is not available. We used to laugh at also, okay, sir, we'll answer. So because of my pharma background, I was able to very well tolerate this constructive criticism in a positive manner and bring it. So that did not belittle me at all. So constructive criticism is welcome. So normally, after the training program is over, when I was a trainer, first question I was, what did you didn't like about this training program? Everybody would tell me, sir, your class was very good. It was crystal clear what you explained to us. I want to know from each one of you what you didn't like. What is it that changes it? Nobody opened them. One person said, sir, lunch is not good, sir. Oh, that I correct. Sir, lunch was not. So first thing that we ask for that and correct ourselves. It's always good that you accept their criticism in the most positive manner and correct yourself.
That's really nice. Thank you so much for encouraging everyone to, you put that appreciation and criticism. So when you can take appreciation and all of that, be ready to even bear a little criticism in the right spirit. So now, you are in your 60s and we focus on this beautiful term, forgiveness. What value or what amount of thought process you have or connection with forgiveness? What are your thoughts?
Forgiveness is one of the very important traits which I have imbibed from my parents. So definitely forgiveness is there. And there is a scientific proof that the more you forgive, the more healthy you will be physically and mentally. There is a scientific proof for that. So if I'm ill and healthy, my father was ill and healthy, perhaps we had that. So probably that is one of the reasons that we are healthy. So at the drop of an hat, we can forgive people. So,
excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. So now I'd like to take you on a short round called as the rapid fire round, where we'll get to know about your likes and dislikes before we enter into this zone, the second part of the interview and the talk session. If I have left out any question and you would like to speak on that particular topic, if I've left out any topic, you're free to speak and then we enter into this.
no, you can ask me. You have covered almost all the points which I thought to tell. You have covered all the points. So you can go ahead with the next session.
And I'd like you to share another poem if you have. You have one? Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Definitely. Can I just look at that?
Yeah, sure, sir. Yes. My dear friends, we really... I'm sorry, I was muted. Yeah, we requested sir to share another poem with us to get to know more about his writing expertise. It would really be a honor and pleasure to me. I'm sure you all have enjoyed the session till now. And stay connected with us till we finish the session.
Yeah. I have written a poem about mother. We call her mother is the title of the poem. We call her mother. Peeping through the window, the overcast sky troubled every cell of hers. Time for son to be back home. As she ran to fetch him, the sky opened up, but not her umbrella. Seeing him drenched, yelled from the bottom of her heart, "Can't you wait for a while?" Not to the sun, but to the rain.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, sir. That's very nice. So beautiful. Here you can see the unconditional love, the pure love of a mother, right? A great writer. That's really nice. We'd love to have many more poems of yours being shared. Yes, sir. So now we go on to this beautiful round called as the rapid fire round. And maybe towards the end, we could ask you to share a poem. If I could ask you to even sing a song for us, would you oblige? Your favorite song?
No, you can go past. You can go to the next question.
Okay, sir.
My son will switch off his this thing, and he will leave the program if I start.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have it some other time. It's nothing like that, sir. Maybe I've taken a lot of time from you. So maybe in the next session, we could have that. Thank you very much. So friends, join me for this beautiful session to get to know more about the likes and dislikes of our celebrity and guest. He is Mr. Sudhakar Narayanan, all the way from Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. So, your favorite breakfast?
I take oats, gentle oats only.
Oats?
I eat only once a day. Once a day only I eat. So after 1:32, I don't eat anything, only the next day morning. So morning.
Any reason?
I take oats as breakfast at 8:30, 1:30 lunch, 1:30 or 2 o'clock. After that, coffee at around 3 or 4. That's all. No, then the next day morning only. So I eat only once a day.
Okay, that's really nice. I mean, Oats, is it with sweetened one or the salted one? Like,
Unsalted, unsweetened.
oh, lucky you are, you're able to do that. That's great. You know, all of us, like me, either there should be some salt or some sugar, like then only it goes down. That's really nice. Yes. So, your favorite month among all the 12 months?
The month that my son was born, July. July 30th, he was born. So that was real. Though I was born in September, July is
Yes.
because my wife also passed away in September. So that I just left it and shifted it to my son's but the month in which he was born.
Oh, sweet. That's really nice. Among all the 7 days, which is your favorite one?
Fun day. All days are fun days.
Oh.
Now, madam, now I am retired, so they have no jobs and no earning. So all days are really fun, whether it is Saturday or Sunday or Monday. But somehow, if you see, Friday is a very good day because right from my school days, college days, and working days, next 2 days are holidays. So Friday becomes a very special day for us. And Friday is the day which I got married also. So from that day to it.
Yes. Your favorite music?
I listen to only mostly to Tamil music only.
Yes.
It's,
Now, there's something like comfort or style. What is it for you?
only comfort only. Absolutely.
You believe in second chances?
Not much money.
Yes, sir.
That's why we need to be very careful in whatever we do. Life does not give you a second chance many times. This is the era of T20 cricket where you have only one innings to play. You don't have the second chance at all. So that's why T20 is flourishing. So life is all about that. So better be careful at the first instance itself.
Yes.
And many times you may not get the second chance in your life at all. We may miss it.
Very true. Very, very true. Are you a tea or a coffee person?
No, actually, right from this thing, I'm only a coffee person only. But for the past 15, 20 years, I am taking coffee without sugar.
Lucky. Again, that's nice. Yeah. Black coffee, milk coffee.
Mostly it is the regular filter with coffee. So I am from Chennai, so it is only a filter South Indian coffee with decoction and this thing. So my mother, you should know about my mother. Those days, if somebody asks for coffee, my mother would have already roasted beans and kept it. She will take a handful and put it in a machine and she will just churn out the powder. And from the backyard, she will bring the fresh milk from the cow and she'll put it in a filter. And that coffee, that is one of the most purest form of coffee which you can never get anywhere. The freshly grounded powder, that is with hand machine she will ground. That powder will come. She'll put in the decoction with hot water, and she'll bring the milk, and she'll boil it. By the time the decoction the filter would have been ready, she'll give, and that coffee is blissful. That taste is still lingering in my mouth even now, even though it is decades. So nothing to replace coffee. But when I go to Kerala or Andhra, I never take coffee. There it's only tea. So coffee means only in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu.
Yes. So, is it texting or calling? Now, when we use the gadgets, where do you feel comfortable? When somebody gives you a call or if they give you a text, that is fine.
I believe in calling only. That's real proof is that.
Yes. Your favorite number?
My favorite number, you'll be surprised. It is 8. You ask me why.
Why, sir?
See, every number goes from top to bottom only. 1 you write, 2 you write, 3 you write. But 8 is the only number which will go from the top to the bottom. See, it is like this. Like that, then it goes up. Any other number you take, 4, it comes in. 5, it comes in. 6 again. So somehow 8 was a very lucky, good number which I like. Though they say it is a Saturn number at all, I don't believe in that. So I like 8.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to do it on my hand. I guess even 0 also goes something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 and 8, right? So I quickly was trying to do something like and yes, sir. But yes, if you keep 0 and 8, I think 8 is having higher value. And if you add besides 80, that increases the value, right? Yes. So now as we are talking about numbers, life is all about money or happiness?
You need money also. That doesn't mean that money is totally not required. You need it, but happiness outweighs that everything. You can't, money cannot buy everything. So definitely happiness is one. Money is also important. So we cannot totally neglect the need for money. If I can have some basic needs too. I say at the age of 64, I need an air conditioner. I need someone to cat. I need a vehicle. For that, money is required, isn't it? My son should call me every day. You should tell how are your daddy? Did you take lunch? Did you take breakfast? That money can't buy.
Very true.
And so, of course, happiness is overtakes money in many aspects, but I don't. Money is also.
Yes, a very true and a genuine answer on that, a very practical one. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others?
No, that your question, you already asked that. That's what I told you. At the drop of an hat.
10 on 10?
Yes, 10 on 10. But that is, I inherited. My father was like that. I was like that. My son, I learned from him. So, that is one of the biggest trait.
Excellent. Your favorite color?
I like the calm colors. Blue is the favorite color. Most of the shirts are in blue color. It's a calm color. I was working for a diabetic product. So diabetic blue was symbolized with diabetes. So from then onwards, I started liking the blue color.
Are you an early riser too?
Yes. I'm an early rise.
And
around 5:30, 5:30, 5:45, I'm off the bed.
Yes, that's nice. Salty, sweet, spicy, or sour food?
No, I don't. Sweet is completely off the dining table. No sweets at all. And salt, of course, too, for the taste, anything, but not extra salt. That's all. Now, spice also is very much less. But sugar completely withdrawn.
Yes. So, are you an introvert, extrovert, or an ambivert as of date?
Both intro, because when you are in a sales profession, you can't be an introvert. If you're an introvert, you cannot survive in this field for 40 years. So you need to be forthright. You should be extrovert or an ambivert, both introvert and. So since I was in this profession, there's absolutely no chance of being an introvert. Otherwise, I would not have been. So basically, I'm a mix of both. You can say ambivert.
Yes. When you find yourself alone, with nobody around you, no gadgets around you, no books, no pen, paper, nothing, just a chair in a room, and you have nothing to do, you're connected to your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you? Past, present, or future?
Most of the time, I'm alone only. I'm in Chennai. My son is in this thing. And I'm not that gadget craze actually. Only when it is important, I take it. And that doesn't mean that every time when there is a beep sound, I just beep in. It's not like that. I am not a slave to any gadget at all. So that's also rolled out. And only thing is that if you don't have books, that's a big problem for me. If I don't have any books or something to write, then this is the thing. You don't, of course, thoughts it can wander, but as I told you right in the beginning itself, you asked me what type of person you are. It can drift to the past, but it will never stay there. It will once again, as fast as possible, it will come back to the present. So staying alone without anything, only in the chair, is actually I should consider as a blissful state.
Yes, sir. Are you a beach person or a forest person?
I am staying near the beach. My life evolved around that beach. So how can I leave the beach? In fact, I never forest. I've been only to the beach. So the beach knows me much better than I know the beach.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's nice. Dear sir, now is it the summer, winter, autumn, or spring season? What appeals to you?
I'm in Chennai. So here it is summer round the clock. So even 21 degrees means there it is very cool here. It is very cold here and all like that. So Chennai is always hottest. So I born and brought up here, grown in this type of climate. So when I went to Delhi for a short time, I was shivering with cold. So I prefer, but if you ask me, I prefer a Mediterranean climate where the winters are warm and summers are cool. But anyway, I don't know whether we'll have the opportunity to enjoy that climate. But anyway, I got used to it. But nowadays, summer seems to be more severe in Chennai also, perhaps because I'm 64 years old, I think. But summer seems to be more severe nowadays. Chennai.
Yes.
Got used to that. So got used to it. So no hassles, nothing to trip about.
Yes. Your favorite mode of transport?
I have a two-wheeler. I travel only by two-wheeler as far as possible, which my son is totally against it. He says you should stop at this age two-wheeler. You please go hire a car wherever you go. You please. But I prefer my favorite two-wheeler, which I have been riding for more 40 years. 40 years, but I kept change. This is about 8 years old. This thing. So when I will buy a new EV vehicle, my son is opposing. He said, two-wheelers are over for you. You should stop two-wheelers and you should only go by car. Anything you want. When I'm with him in Hyderabad, of course, I never drive in Hyderabad. He only takes me in his car wherever he wants. But in Chennai, of course, this is my beaten track everywhere. So I use my two-wheeler. So that is a favorite mode of transport.
Yes. So now, this question requires only one word as the answer. A beautiful day, a nice day, perfect day in one word. How would you put all of it or describe a nice day in one word?
Nice day in one word, if you want me to put, all things achieved. Everything is achieved, then it's a beautiful day. Whatever I planned, everything is done means it's a wonderful day for me. But that's a rare occasion. I'll tell you what it is. I should run 7 kilometers every day. I buy all the newspapers. I should read all the newspapers cover to cover. I should cook my favorite dishes, and I should sit and recite all the shlokas. For all these 4, it will take nearly 8 to 10 hours. Morning 6 o'clock till 2 o'clock. If all this happens, that day is complete fun.
That's really nice. Yes. So as I just wanted to ask you the next question. Are you a great cook? You said yes.
No,
I have to prepare my food and all of that, you said, like.
If I cook only, I can eat, or my son and my daughter-in-law will eat. No others will eat my prepared food. But I learned all this from my son and from my brother. They both are great cooks. My son is a great cook. My brother is a great cook. In fact, I am in my brother's house only doing this program. So I learned from them. So every time, whenever I have a doubt, I call my son. I asked, say, what to put peppers, how much I have to put. He will guide me. You put this much amount of pepper when I call him. But when I call my brother, no, I get a different answer. I asked him for pongal, how much of dal I should put. He said, you please keep the phone. I will prepare pongal and send it through my driver. Don't worry. So he will never allow me to cook. So I'm just staying 3 kilometers away from them. So he will prepare and send it through his driver. So I stopped asking my brother any doubts on recipes. So he just does honest. But I am a cook which I like. My son eats, my daughter-in-law eats. It doesn't harm them. That's what is very important.
How sweet. That's so sweet to share all of that. And even hats off to your brother who's like saying, I will send it for you. And yes, that's really nice. You have a lovely family. Yes, sir. So you being a man of letters, a man of books and words and sentences and all of that, literature, we can say. Now, the question is, do you believe in experiential learning or theoretical learning?
Experiential learning is nothing like that, but theoretical learning also plays an important role. When you see it in person and learn, nothing like that. So that top priority is experience. Even when we were studying in our college physics, practical was most important subject for us because we see then and there what we are going to do rather than the theory class. So practicals definitely plays a better role than the theory class. Thank you.
Yes. So till date, what is the gift that you received, which is really, the most precious one till date?
My son, what else to tell?
How sweet. How sweet. That's really very nice. Now, sir, before we end the program for today, I would like you to share with us 3 gifts 3 magical words which could empower us, which could transform our thought process and make us as strong as you are.
Under promise, over deliver. Under promise, over deliver. Another one is rewrite rules, retain values. You can rewrite rules here and there, don't bother, but ensure that you retain values. These are my very important mantras, which I tell every youth. I tell my son, I tell my nephew who is here. All these things, these two are very, very important. Don't promise just like that. You under promise, but you over deliver. Then they will be happy with you. When you promise something which is this thing, this I learned in my sales profession. They'll ask you how much, what is it, how much you can do. Everybody will say, I will do 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs. I will say, I will do only 4 lakhs. No. They somehow they will arrive at 4.25 lakhs. But I will do 5 lakhs. I know I can do it. But that is why you under promise, over deliver. That will make you very happy. That will not only make you happy, it will make others happy also.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the beautiful message. Thank you for your time. And we look forward to many more interactions with you. You're a person filled with wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much for your patience.
Oh, nice of you. So thank you very much for the interview, for the time that you have given me. I think I've answered all the questions to the best of the knowledge. So it is a great pleasure to meet you in this forum, and hope to see you again also. So thank you very much, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. If you like what we are doing, stay connected with us, bond with us, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and share the video with others too. You could also comment and give your thoughts and views as to how we could go forward and create a beautiful platform for everyone across the globe. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you.